I am back today with a very impressive upper assembly from KAK Industries that utilizes a 13.9-inch barrel, a pinned and welded muzzle device that is hub compatible direct to hub compatible cans. Overall, this is a very interesting setup that really minimizes the need to add different muzzle devices and muzzle brakes to attach a hub-compatible suppressor. It goes direct to the source with the hub-compatible threads. Now, this is a YHM Turbo T3, and we may do a video on it in the future, but there are so many industry standard suppressors now that are hub-compatible, meaning they utilize a thread pitch that's going to be 1 3/8 by 24, allowing you to directly mount this to the end of your device, making it incredibly easy to suppress. On top of that, they also come with the muzzle brake under this can right here, and this is the flash can. Now, the flash can is included with this muzzle device, and it can be removed. Unfortunately, because of YouTube's policies, I can't show you guys that on camera, so off camera, I'll take that off and then show you what's underneath. Now, the 13.9-inch barrel is perfect because, again, it mates up with this completely redesigned hub-compatible pin and weld muzzle device perfectly to get that 16-inch overall length. Now, the barrel is made out of 4150 and it's button rifled barrel, so it's a good quality barrel. It's going to last you a lifetime. You're not going to really outshoot this barrel unless you're taking it to training classes every single weekend, and by the time you wear it out, you're going to be like 3 or 4 grand into ammunition, maybe even more. So it's going to be a great barrel. This is also gassed correctly for cans or without cans. You're going to have an ejection pattern at about 4 o'clock without a can, and it's going to move up to 4 and 3 o'clock, at least with the Turbo T3 anyway, because of the mid-length gas system that is attached to this barrel, and that is perfect. These guys know exactly what they're doing, and they know what this upper was designed for. Now, this upper is not going to necessarily be the best for everybody. It's really designed around somebody who's going to be using a can with the hub-compatible threads. If you're looking for other uppers and you're not going to put a hub-compatible can on the end of this, there's a million other opportunities on KAK's website, and you can actually use the coupon code 704TACTICAL for 10% off, which brings me to my next point before we finish out the specs and features: the price. All of this can be had for $569 with the BCG and charging handle, or you can actually upgrade to their K-Spec dual ejector, which is pretty darn awesome. I think the only other thing on the market is like the Knight's Armament, and that bolt is like $700. So you're really getting a lot of value when you upgrade to the K-Spec BCG. Now, after my discount code, this entire complete upper assembly comes out to be about $500. And when you consider everything going on with the pin and weld and the hub-compatible threads on the end of that device, you're really getting a ton of value on top of the overall track record and reliability of KAK Industries. I also love the rail system that surrounds the barrel. It's got a monolithic pick rail at the top, so you can attach clip-on IRs. You can also do a ton, or not IRs, you can do IR laser aiming devices, you can do lights, lasers, different things like that, or you can also do clip-on thermals. It also has M-LOK everywhere you need it on here, and the rail itself doesn't pick up a ton of heat. It's large enough to kind of stay away from the barrel and gas block, but not overly large to where it's cumbersome or bulky, and it locks up rock solid on this upper assembly, and it does have anti-rotation tabs built in, so it lines and locks everything up. Now, this particular one does have the K-Spec BCG upgrade with the down vent, and I would recommend that if you're going to be running a can. It really redirects the gases away from the shooter's face and down. It works out really good, and this whole setup was just super smooth, didn't bring a ton of gas back in your face, and not overgassed with the can on the end. I mean, they've done an amazing job with this upper. Now, this was 100% functional with the Callaway Ballistics ammo we put through it, as well as a few other manufacturers, but the main ammo was Callaway Ballistics, and I want to give a huge shout out to these guys for sending the ammo over to the channel to help out. They've got the coupon code 704TACTICAL for 5% off and free shipping on Callaway Ballistics orders over $200, so definitely check them out. These guys also, KAK also makes a 300 blackout version of this upper that'll hopefully be getting to the channel soon, and Callaway Ballistics also makes some really nice subsonic 300 blackout and a ton of other rounds, so definitely check those guys out if you're looking for affordable and premium ammo. Now, in summary, this is a great upper if you're going to run a can, especially with those industry standard hub compatible threads. Now, I'm going to cut the camera real quick and show you guys the different muzzle device options as it pertains to this particular upper. The first one that we've been looking at is going to be that blast shield, and you've already seen it on the front of the upper and in the intro. The next is going to be to remove the blast shield and use this kind of pepper brake. And that's going to kind of be a flash hider. It's not going to mitigate recoil, but there's almost no recoil here. And then the third option would be to attach your hub compatible can. Now, again, we're not going to do that on camera because of YouTube's policies, but you guys understand what's going on here. Hub compatible industry standard threads, and then you do have that pepper brake, and this is 1/2 by 28, but it is pin and welded, so it's permanently attached. This is a great upper, and it's a great idea. It's incredibly functional in every single configuration, and having that versatility where you don't have to buy a ton of different mounts is really nice. Again, if you already are dedicated to like a chemo mounting system or an AAC 51 tooth mounting system or Surefire, and you wanted to get another upper, but you didn't feel like spending like $120 or even $150 on a new muzzle brake, then that you had to buy another can that attached to it. I mean, there's a lot going on, and I'm not saying that's not worth it for some uppers, but this is a really nice opportunity where you can grab another upper and use those hub compatible threads. And what that does is it really takes it back down right to the edge of, again, that 16 inches and really recesses part of that 16 inches into the can itself, which is another good option. So you're going to get about 1.5 inches or about 1 inch shorter setup than you would by attaching a muzzle device out of the 16-inch barrel and then attaching that out past there with the adapter. So you're really going to shorten up that overall potentially by about 2 inches if you're looking for a shorter package. This is about as short as you can get using a hub compatible can, because it removes that whole adapter assembly and directly mounts it. And because then this is considered part of the barrel, it's actually recessed as the first blast baffle in the can itself, making it incredibly short, which is another nice advantage to this entire setup. It's just a good option no matter how you slice and dice it, and it's a pretty cool offering from KAK Industries. Again, don't forget that code 704TACTICAL to use on this or any other upper or even lowers on their site. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.